5 of the world's most powerful intelligence agencies just issued an emergency warning. And it's not about nuclear weapons. It's not about terrorism. It's about artificial intelligence, and they say the threat is months away. Welcome back to AI Assets, your daily edge on AI investments. The Five Eyes Alliance, the intelligence partnership between the United States, United Kingdom, Canada, Australia, and New Zealand, went public this week with one of the most alarming joint statements in the history of AI. And almost nobody in the investment world is talking about what it actually means for your portfolio. Let's break it all down. What Five Eyes actually said. On June 22nd, the Five Eyes intelligence agencies issued a rare joint public warning. Their message was direct and urgent. AI models powerful enough to conduct sophisticated cyber attacks against governments and major corporations are not years away. They are months away. The statement said that frontier AI models are, quote, fundamentally transforming offensive cyber capabilities. The timeline for this process is not years, but months. They called for an immediate whole-of-society response. Governments, corporations, critical infrastructure operators, everyone. This is not a think tank report. This is not an academic paper. This is 5 of the world's most advanced intelligence agencies, the ones with access to classified threat data, telling the public that the window to prepare is closing fast. That is an extraordinary statement, and it has direct consequences for where money moves next. Layer 1. Investor context. The cybersecurity boom is accelerating. Let's talk about what this means for your portfolio right now. When government intelligence agencies issue warnings like this, procurement budgets follow. Defense ministries, federal agencies, banks, energy companies, and telecoms all operate on threat assessments from exactly these kinds of intelligence bodies. A joint Five Eyes warning is the highest possible level of signal. That means cybersecurity spending is about to accelerate fast. The companies that stand to benefit most directly are AI-native cybersecurity players. CrowdStrike, ticker CRWD, is the most obvious name. Their entire platform is built on AI-driven threat detection, and a surge in enterprise and government contracts is a realistic, near-term catalyst. Palo Alto Networks, ticker PANW, is another direct beneficiary. They have been aggressively repositioning around AI-powered security operations, and a wave of government procurement upgrades plays directly into their pipeline. Smaller pure-play names like SentinelOne, ticker S, and Darktrace are also worth watching. These are companies where AI is not a feature, it is the entire product. And in an environment where the threat is AI-powered attacks, the defense must also be AI-powered. The defense sector more broadly also benefits. Leidos, Booz Allen Hamilton, and Palantir all have significant government cybersecurity exposure, and Palantir in particular has been positioning itself as the AI layer for national security infrastructure across Five Eyes member nations. Layer 2, what the market is missing here is the angle most analysts are completely skipping over. The Five Eyes warning is not just about defense spending, it is a signal about AI regulation. And regulation is the single biggest, unpriced risk in the entire AI investment landscape right now. When intelligence agencies go public with warnings at this level, legislation follows. We have already seen early AI regulation frameworks in the EU, the UK, and Australia. A joint Five Eyes statement of this magnitude will accelerate that process dramatically, and regulation impacts the biggest AI model companies directly. OpenAI, Anthropic, Google DeepMind, and Meta AI are all building the exact models that Five Eyes is warning about. That is not an accusation. It is a structural reality. The most capable AI models are dual-use by nature, and regulators are starting to treat them that way. The market is currently pricing AI model companies as pure growth stories with no regulatory ceiling. That assumption is becoming increasingly fragile. Investors who are overexposed to AI model developers without hedging through cybersecurity or defense AI names are carrying more risk than they realize. The opportunity is in the defense side of AI, not just the offense. Layer 3. What happens next? Here is your concrete, forward-looking roadmap. Watch for legislative movement in the UK and Australia first. Both countries have existing AI safety frameworks and direct Five Eyes membership. Government procurement announcements and new cybersecurity mandates from these markets will be the first visible indicators of capital flowing in response to this warning. Watch CrowdStrike's next earnings report. Any commentary on government contract pipeline or federal procurement acceleration will be a direct read on how quickly institutional buyers are responding to threat environment upgrades. Watch Palantir closely. They have been quietly positioning as the AI backbone for Five Eyes-aligned defense infrastructure. Any contract announcements from US, UK, Australian, or Canadian defense agencies in the next 90 days should be read in the context of this warning. Watch for an AI security executive order or formal policy response from the White House. The current administration has been active on AI policy, and a Five Eyes level warning is exactly the kind of catalyst that triggers formal executive action. Any announcement there moves defense, AI, and cybersecurity names immediately. For positioning, cybersecurity is the cleanest beneficiary. CRWD and PANW are the large-cap anchors. Palantir is the highest conviction defense AI play for investors comfortable with a longer time horizon. And if you want broad exposure without single stock risk, the CIBR and BUG ETFs give you diversified cybersecurity exposure in a single position. The threat environment just changed. Smart investors positioned before the headlines confirm what the intelligence agencies already know. And that is exactly what we do here on AI Assets, every single day. If you want to stay ahead of the AI investment curve before mainstream media catches up, subscribe to AI Assets right now and hit the notification bell. We drop fresh analysis daily. No noise, just signal. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Do you think the Five Eyes warning will actually accelerate cybersecurity spending fast enough for investors to act on it now? I want to hear your take. See you in the next one.